Hello, everyone. If you can let me know, but just by commenting on wherever you're seeing this stream, that you can see me, that would be wonderful, and hear me, obviously. I've never had a problem, but I just worry about it, and it's just nice to know. So I'm just checking myself that I can see the stream. There you go. That looks good to me. So, bring back up my document for my notes. Welcome, everyone. Going to do this one short and sweet. Try and keep the interest. I know we're all very busy people. What we're going to look at is how Juji are leveraging the power of generative AI in the development of the base persona. What it actually does, and the more I've used it, the more I've got used to this, it gives you a nice, simple persona to start off with. So typically, if you're creating a chatbot on any kind of platform, you're kind of building the dialogue yourself. And whether you think so or not, you're already giving that chatbot a persona. And it'll be based on you and what you decide to write as the dialogue. It's something that somebody said this to me once on a LinkedIn post. They said, even if you don't intend on having a persona, you've actually built one, and it's true. If you know who that was, please do tell me. I can't remember. I was trying to remember the other day. If you've got any questions, do ask them in the comments. If you've got any requests for other live streams, let me know in the comments. I'll keep flicking back just to have a look. I'm just going to quickly flip back now and go to the comments. Hey, Sean, great to see you again. I think you've been at the last 2 or 3. I really appreciate that. Right, let's dive into it. So for this demonstration, to show how generative AI is building this base persona, I've got 2 instances of the Juji platform open, and I'll be replicating, but when I generate the dialogue, you'll see the differences, and that's the main reason I'm doing it. And I think it's quite useful to do it this way, because otherwise it's quite hard for people to believe that the generative AI is actually making a difference. So if you've not seen Juji before, it looks like left or right. If I just expand it out, just so you can see what it looks like, it would normally look like that, depending on your resolution, size of your screen. So to create a new chatbot, we click the plus. We're going to do it on both, and we're going to have website, choose a template, website, choose a template. Now you can filter by general, HR, education, and healthcare, or you can click on all to see them all. Really, really useful. And a key tip in these is if you see the little brain icon, that means that template has had the generative AI treatment. So the team of Juji have added that element into it, and you can do something with it. So for this one, a lot of the lives we've done previously, it's all been about education. But in this one, we're actually going to do something slightly different. I was playing around with the templates, and I thought this one would be quite useful. We're actually going to use the Kira system. We can see it's got the icon right there. And we're going to hit create. And we're going to do the same on this side, because we need to show the differences. So the generative AI element can start right from the very beginning, and I'm going to show you how that looks. So if I hit customize and then use AI to help, it's got some medical condition and some health metrics in there, 3 of them: weight, temperature, and blood pressure. And if I hit the generate sample chat, it will then use the API out to OpenAI, and there'll be a prompt that is built. It'll ask it, and then it'll pull back the information. So off it's going, doing its thing. There it is. I'm not going to read it. If you want to play with it, you can sign up for Juji today. It's free of charge to get on there and learn it. I'm going to hit apply to my chatbot, and it's doing it. I'm going to do exactly the same on the right-hand chatbot as well. Generate sample. Okay, so it's done the left-hand side. Fantastic. So we've got a chatbot ready to go. So both of these, because we've got the same prompts, it's been sent to OpenAI, are going to be exactly the same. So I'm going to apply to my chatbot. Whilst the right-hand side chatbot is building, we'll just quickly preview this one on the left, so we can see what it looks like when we've not messed with the dialogue. So Juji comes back. Let me just zoom in so you can see. Oh, click. There you go. Hi, Jim. It's Juji, your AI care assistant, ready to go through your daily routine. So that's all taken from the template. And I'm just going to hit yes. That's acknowledged by Juji. And Hass, how are you doing today? I'm not doing so well. Feeling very tired. So give it a decent response. So, see, no, I've never seen that response. So a nice little sad face emoji. What can I do to put a smile on your face? Brilliant. It's ready to go. So I'm going to go back into the design, and you'll see left and right both in the design mode. If you've not seen Juji before, these here are the topic cards. That's where you do the majority of your building. They are super, super powerful. Juji's approach to the UX is extraordinary. I love the way it takes a while to get used to it. And actually, I'm thinking next week doing a build with me so people can see an actual chatbot being built within Juji. But once you get used to their way of setting things up, it's absolutely fascinating. Just bear with me 1 second. I'm just firing up LinkedIn. I just saw a message come in. Rupesh. Let me just turn the volume down. So Sean, Susan, New York. Welcome. Rupesh is in. Dr. Ingrid Nosk. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I really do apologize. Germany. Spent 3 years in Germany. Amazing time. Okay. Let's have a look. So at the moment, if we click in the welcome message, you can see here, it's just a very simple standard welcome. And that'll be from the template, and it'll be exactly the same on both of these chatbots. So what we can do, and I'm going to enlarge this one first, is if we go into edit the chatbot message, you can go in here if you've never used it before and just obviously manually change the message. This is where you add your images, kind of the editing stuff, do your functions. It's just so powerful, this section. But the bit we're looking for is this here, which is auto-generate paraphrases. So you click in there, and then you get the options to generate. And you'll notice here, you get this customized messages based on the chatbot personality. So to generate messages using your chatbot's personality, custom personality, toggle this on. But we've not defined that personality yet. So what we do is we go back. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into chatbot settings. And here's our chatbot. We're just going to leave it at Juji at the moment. In fact, no, let's change it to Clara. There we go. Because I want to differentiate the two. So there's Clara. And it says here, use up to 3 adjectives to describe the personality of your chatbot. Separate each adjective with a comma. So again, let's go over to this chatbot on the right. And this one is going to be Albert. And again, looking for 3 adjectives. So what I did earlier is I simply asked ChatGPT, give me a table of 10 lines long, which lists 3 adjectives on each row. Why wouldn't you? ChatGPT makes your life easier. And you can see I've got 10 rows there and the comma separated adjectives. So for Clara, I'm going to take the first one, friendly, energetic, and ambitious. So I'm just going to copy that out. Did anybody see the TEDx thing with OpenAI today? Absolutely amazing. I might do a watch thing and a kind of commentary on it. It gave you an insight into what ChatGPT is going to have in its next version. Absolutely fantastic. So back to Clara. So Clara is going to be friendly, energetic, and ambitious. And then for articulate, loyal, humble, charming. I want to pick something slightly different. I'm going to go with imaginative, persistent, and articulate. Let's try that one. So copy that. So for Albert, that is going to be his persona. They're in. I don't have to click save. I've just clicked off and they've saved. So now if we go back into main chat bot flow on both, do comment if you've got any questions. What we're going to do now is click on the welcome message for both. And we're going to do Clara first. So let me expand it so you can see. So for Clara, I'm going to go in. I'm going to click on the auto-generate paraphrases. And then that message, customize messages by chatbot personality, I'm going to toggle that on. The number of paraphrases to be generated is always the maximum number of 3. I always leave that as a default. But I'm going to increase the diversity of paraphrases just for this demonstration. I wouldn't normally, but I want it to be a little bit more variable so you can see the differences between the two. I think it's clearer. And then all I need to do is click on the magic button, which is auto-generate. And off we go. Okay, so we can see we've got our 3 generated there. We can untick them if we don't want to apply them. But we've got the hey there username. This is your trusty AI care assistant. And then the care assistant's name. Greetings, it's me, your hardworking AI care assistant. And hiya, get ready for some awesome support, for an awesome support experience with rep name. Remember, this is just giving you a base persona. If you don't like the styles, you can change them manually. It's not an issue, but it does give you a bit of personality to work from. Which sometimes your clients need that. When you say to them about persona and personality, you know, they get confused. They're not entirely sure what you mean. So being able to apply a base persona and show them how you can quickly change that persona, I think is really useful at the outset. So I'm going to click done. In fact, no, let's leave that on because I want to compare the two, don't I? So I'm going to regenerate. Thank you. It's regenerated. So that is Clara. Now let's do the same for Albert. Click to edit. Auto-generate paraphrases. Customize messages by chatbot personality. By default, maximum 3. And we're going to increase the diversity of that paraphrasing. Click auto-generate. And it's done it. So let's compare now, shall we? So if you look left versus right, and remember that we picked the top one for Clara, which was friendly, energetic, and ambitious. And for Albert, we chose imaginative. Why am I struggling with that word today? Persistent and articulate. So let's have a look at the pair of them. So Clara feels a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more friendly. And then if we look across at Albert, it's a little bit more formal. Salutations. I hate that, but it's in there. This is, so let's read Albert's because we did read Carla's. Greetings, this is your AI care attendant, rep name at your service. Salutations, this is rep name here. I'm your AI aide and here to help. Kind of like the end, but don't like the beginning. Hey there, it's your friendly AI assistant checking in. So you can see straight away from just the welcome message how using those 3 adjectives for Clara and Albert has then generated variations or some paraphrases of that simple welcome message. If we made that welcome message a bit longer, a bit more convoluted, you know, which actually can be good and bad depending on your audience. When we generated these will be longer. So it will match. I have tested that and it does work. So I'm going to hit done on both of those. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit preview on both. Preview on this one. And hopefully there'll be different welcome messages. Don't forget they start from the same welcome message. Right, there you go, straight away. So Clara says, hiya Jim, it's Clara here, your passionate AI care assistant, here and ready for an amazing experience with you. Very friendly, very open. If you remember, her adjectives were friendly, energetic, and ambitious. And I'm seeing that in the dialogue. If we go to Albert, hey there, Jim, it's your friendly AI assistant, Albert checking in. You'll notice that the second part of the dialogue is exactly the same because we've not done any magic on those yet. We'll do that in a second. So if you remember, for Albert, it was imaginative, persistent, and articulate. You know, it's not, sorry, wrong one. It's not a lot of dialogue there to be able to really show that off, but it feels quite formal for me. So I'm just going to pop into the comments. Give me a second. So LinkedIn user, your name's not coming in. Andy Leonard from Farmville, not the game, Virginia. I never even knew that place existed. I'm going to Google it after this. Right, back to Juji. So we can see the welcome message has changed, but the second message hasn't. So let's go in and see what we can do with that. Let's do some magic. So back into design mode for both. And it's the ready to start signal. And ready to start signal. So let's start with Clara's first. Click on the auto paraphrasing. So it's got the original chatbot message at the top. We're going to turn on the personality. We're going to change the diversity of paraphrasers. It's very hot and dry here, sorry. And hit auto generate. So let's see what we get for Clara. And she's come back with, remembering this is using ChatGPT, ready to hit the ground running today, ready to make great things happen this morning, excited and ready to start right now. Fantastic. Remember, her adjectives were friendly, energetic, and ambitious. So let's take a look at Albert. And we are going to hit to edit, auto-generate paraphrasers. Remember to turn on customized messages by chatbot personality, and you wouldn't normally click on the diversity of paraphrasers. Although when you do it, if you can sign up for a free Juji account now, and you get every feature. Have a play with that diversity and see what kind of content it generates. Hit auto generate. So for Albert, we've got: are you prepared to embark on our daily regime? Shall we move forward with our habitual routine? Let's begin our usual procedure. Again, a lot more formal. So what's really been picked through there, I think, is not so much in the imaginative, because I don't think there's enough dialogue for it to be imaginative, but definitely it does sound a bit persistent and articulate. But you can judge that. Right, so let's go back into Albert. So we're going to hit done to apply those. And we need to do the same. So we get split the screen halfway so you can see it all happening, and hit done on that one. So what we've done is we've got the original welcome message, which we applied the generative AI to, and then we've got the ready to start signal, which we've done the same. So if we preview both messages should be different. They obviously could be very similar, so we'll see. Right, here we go. So Clara and Albert's messages, very different. They feel very different, look very different. So if you look at Albert is straight to the point, it's efficient. Greetings, Jim. This is your AI care assistant, Albert, at your service. Ready to go through your daily routine. Nice, simple, quick, and easy. I just came up with an idea. It'd be lovely if one of the things that Juji does is it can infer personality insights. So you can imagine if through previous conversations, it knew the person's personality type and then was able to match that to the three adjectives and the chatbot persona that would best work with that customer, that client. I'll have to suggest that to the team. That could be pretty magical. And then Clara on the left. Greetings, user first name. Let me introduce myself, Clara, your dedicated AI care assistant, aiming to offer the best possible service. Excited and ready to start right now. So if you remember earlier adjectives, friendly, energetic, and ambitious. I'm not seeing much of the ambitious because it's quite hard to put that in because you've got to have the right conversations, but definitely seeing elements of friendliness and energeticness. Energeticness, that's got to be a word. Sounds right. Okay, so we've previewed it. Let's go back into our design for both Albert and Clara. And then we've got the next part of the conversation, which is how are you feeling today? Which we've got on both. And we're going to give it a bit of AI magic. So you all know what's coming. Back into auto-generate paraphrasers. Click on the customize messages by chatbot personality. And I'm going to increase the diversity of paraphrasers and generate. And let's do the same while that's working for Albert. So over to Albert. Oh, come on, Albert. There we go. Click on chatbot messages, auto-generate, make sure the personality is turned on, increase the diversity of the paraphrasers, and auto-generate. And then we shall compare. So we have got, for Albert, how have you been faring today? Very formal. What kind of mood are you in currently? Are you feeling well today? Good. That feels, considering the welcome message and the get started message, this feels very similar. It feels along, the tone feels the same, which is great. That's what you want. So I'm happy. I'm going to add those. And then if we look at Clara, what great things are you up to today? Feeling energized and ready to tackle the day ahead? Are you crushing your goals right now? Okay, again, the tone feels right. It feels like Clara. Clara's, even from this short bit of dialogue, 3 pieces of dialogue, it feels like Clara. So we're going to click add. If I didn't like them, I can just hit auto regenerate again, and I can also go in and manually just slightly tweak them. So we've got them in, they're saved and ready to go. Let's do a preview. This is the last one we're going to do, in case you were wondering. We're not going to go through the whole template, but as I said, you can sign up for Juji today and you can play around with any of the templates, and there are plenty. So, as we saw before, welcome message and the ready to start. So we're going to, yes, I'm ready for Clara. And then on Albert, yes, let's do this. Oh, he didn't like that, probably because I didn't spell yes right. Let's try again. There we go. There you go. So Albert says, how are you doing today? Very, very much more formal. And Clara says, what great things are you up to today? So let's do Clara. I've been out for a hike in the, oops, spell it right, Jim. In the hills with friends. Submit that for Clara, see what she comes back with. Fantastic. You'll notice that Clara, that message that she came back with, that's already using the generative AI, and they've got it in brackets there, AI synthesized. So you know, because I didn't have a hand in that, it needs to let me know. And I'm going to be a little bit negative with Albert. Not feeling the best today, Albert. Oh, type it right, Jim. So, slight problem with Albert. He picked up, nice, I'm glad to hear it. He didn't like that for some reason, but that's something I can sort out later. Occasionally, it does go wrong and I need to have a look. It's that, I just need to train it on that. So it's picked up on the positive rather than the negative. But you can, the main issue here is we're able to see the difference in the dialogue. Does that make sense? So that's a quick look at how you can use those 3 adjectives to basically impart a base persona for your chatbots and how different they can be. So I'm just going to pop back into here, see if there's any more questions. There isn't. Ingrid's in. Yeah. Andy Leonard. We've got a LinkedIn user saying they're interested in further information. Any documentation will be appreciated. There you go. So Rupesh has done that. for Frank. Fantastic. So that's a quick look at Juji and how it can be affected by the generative AI. If you want to join me, I'm probably maybe Monday. I'll think about it over the weekend. I'm going to set up a new event. I'm just going to do some live building and testing with it. If you want to drop in and ask questions, feel free. It'll be around about the same time, Monday or Tuesday. I'll invite you to the event. Thanks, everyone. Really appreciate you dropping by. If you want to try Juji, just reach out to me and I'll help you get set up. And if you have any questions when you're testing it, just reach out. Bye, and thanks for dropping in. Take care.